watched a lot of videos, I asked a lot of questions, but nothing really prepared me for what I was about to face. In this video, I'll be sharing 10 things I wish I knew before coming to the United States as a student, from money to culture shock to just surviving. So if you're planning to move or just curious about the experience, this video is for you. Before we move on, if you're new here, please subscribe, and you can also watch my previous videos on how I moved to America from Nigeria and the requirements. First of all, let's talk money. This is a very important topic. I underrated how expensive everything would be. Before applying to my school, I actually did a little bit research on trying to find smaller cities that are quite affordable, so it won't like choke me. And also on your I-20, your school states how much you would need to survive for like a year, both tuition and then living expenses. But coming here, the cost of rent is wild. Buying groceries is like double what I expected. Even simple things like laundry, phone bills, even everyday school supply stuff, and even making your hair, God, is so expensive. Everything just adds up, and at the end of the day, you're like spending a lot monthly. Back in Nigeria, I'm one who knows how to budget my income and expenses, but here it's a little bit tricky. So once you get here, you get used to the system and you find your way. Some things I do to reduce cost and reduce excess spending is cooking at home. Buying food outside is really expensive. Another thing I do is buying secondhand. To be honest, I know how tempting it is to buy everything new, especially like your gadgets and stuff like that. But if you're trying to be on a budget, you just have to find a way. I like to shop on Facebook Marketplace. I like to go to thrift shops and then also participate in yard sales. And another thing which I actually hate is like sharing apartment, but because rent is expensive, you just have to like share apartments so you guys can share the cost and survive. The second thing is homesickness. I didn't expect to miss home this much. You're gonna miss the food, you're gonna miss the environment, you're gonna miss the freedom. But overall, I really do miss my family, and coming here, it's gonna hit really hard. Well, it's okay because missing home, missing your family doesn't make you any less human. And just try not to be a loner. Try to make friends, try to go out more, try to attend events, join groups in school, and all of that. And you can also go to church, find your country people. It's gonna make a huge difference, trust me. I never thought I'd say this, but school here is not the same. It can be a little different, especially if you're not used to the system. Here, your professors expect you to participate in class, challenge ideas, ask questions. We do a lot of research and writing of papers. I'm not used to all of this stuff. If you're a quiet person, you have to definitely unlearn being quiet, and you have to like try to speak out more and participate. So I usually spend more time in the library and try to get more information so I can actually, speak out more. Now let's be real. Understanding people was actually a little bit tough at first. Like there's some words they say like I'm not used to, like the boot of the car, they call it trunk. And then you go to the restaurants and you're like, I want chicken and chips. They're like, chips? We don't have that. We have fries. I'm like, they're the same thing. Another thing, they always talk so fast. They say slangs and they're always like, you good? I'm like, yeah. So this usually prompts you to like change your accent so they can understand you better. So no fear, it's not that bad. Transportation is not always easy. Many cities don't have like a good transportation system. I remember back then when I was in China, there were a lot of bus stations. You can take the train the farthest from the farthest location to the end of the city. There are taxis everywhere. I mean, there were a lot of options. But here, most of the smaller cities don't have a lot of options for transportation. So you actually need to get yourself a car to move around easily because taking Uber is always very expensive. And seeing I'm new here, I just spent some months here, I don't have a car, and I don't really have money to get a car. And even if I have the money to get a car, I don't have a driver's license, so I have to get that as well. So luckily for me, my city has like a minibus that goes just around here, kind of like downtown. It takes me to places so I can get a little bit of stuff when I want to go outside school. So at least that's something. I'm even contemplating getting a bike. Yeah, you should consider getting a bicycle or like these scooters. I see a lot of people having scooters around school, so that's an option. Now let's talk legal stuff. You can't just work anywhere. If you're on an F1 visa, you can't just take any job. You can't do factory jobs or care jobs, no matter your qualification. No. You're limited to working only on campus, meaning you can only take jobs that are provided by your school. Now, there are opportunities where you can work outside, which is like the CPT or OPT. These are internship opportunities, but they have to be related to your coursework and they actually have to be pre approved by your academic advisor. So it's a whole lot. The good thing is that you know this, so you have to stick with this, follow these rules so you can maintain your status as an F1 student. And again, always be smart and careful about your side hustles. There have actually been some culture shock moments, like here, people actually do smile at you for no reason, like especially like when they feel embarrassed. It's like, I'm like, why is this person smiling at me? I don't even know you. People here are also very casual. They are also on a first name basis. Like I call my boss by their first names. I'm like, "Ah." I mean, it was weird at first, but I feel it's kind of refreshing and everywhere is just like sets like a light mood. I think people here are really receptive compared to when I was back in China, and they're quite helpful. If you need anything, they're always like willing to give help in one way or the other. Our mental health matters a lot, and I know the transition can be tough. Sometimes you might feel overwhelmed, stressed, anxious, isolated. Gosh, it can be a lot, especially if you are new, if you don't have family or you don't have friends around. My advice is to take care of your mind, find things you love, get a hobby, and do those things you like to do. And also, don't forget to hold God tight. Yeah. Making friends takes time. People here can be friendly, yes, but they usually try to keep their distance. Even the blacks here are actually more different than you think, different backgrounds, different values, different cultures. So it will take a while for you to find your flow, to find a group that you actually dig. So try to be open, initiate conversations, initiate hangouts. Don't always be indoors. Try to go out, go see things, go to the library, go to the parks, attend events and all of that stuff. It actually gets better. My first few months were a little bit hard, I'm not gonna lie, but I've come to grow so much. I'm becoming more confident, more self aware, more independent, and I've learned a few tips and tricks on survival. So it definitely get better and you find your rhythm. If you're planning to study in the US, I hope you feel a little bit more prepared after watching this video. And if you've already made the move, what were your biggest discoveries? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience too. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you found this helpful. I have more amazing content coming up, so see ya!